Yeah, I thought start of tonight's game, it looked like one team was desperate in St. Lawrence and came out hard and came out fast. And we got put on our heels, I thought, for about the first 3 quarters of the first period. And then started playing a little bit better as the game progressed, and obviously especially to be able to come up with those goals in the third period. And give our players credit for being able to find it in the third period and find a way to get it done tonight when things were pretty tough. And give St. Lawrence credit. I mean, they played real hard and put us on our heels and put us in a bad spot, and we were fortunate to get the win.
St. Lawrence scoring the goal early in the second and then carried on through to the second intermission on the 2-0 lead. What was the Cornell mindset at that point?
Yeah, I felt like, we go out there first shift and we got a little bit of pressure, and then they come down and they score that quick goal. And I could tell on the bench that there was a little bit of deflation there, and just kept reminding them, hey, we still got almost 2 full periods here. We just need to get 1 goal to get it back, and just make sure that we kept playing defensively as well and didn't give up another one. And we felt like as long as we stayed strong there, that we'd get our chances and hopefully get some goals.
Was Anna's goal the turning point tonight?
Sure. I mean, she had a chance in the second period. She's got a tremendous shot, and she missed high. And I know she came back to the bench and was pretty upset about it. But it started again with a really strong defensive play. We lost the face-off. She gets out, blocks a shot, and then gets her own puck off of a block shot, and went down and made sure on that one. And it was a laser, that one. So it was a really nice goal, and certainly a huge boost for us, especially at the start of that period.
And really, the top line seemed to take over after that.
Yeah, they've been sort of fighting the puck a little bit this weekend and trying to get things going. And when it really came down to crunch time, they came through for us with 2 real beautiful goals. And again, but it started with the work off the puck, the forecheck. They got a lot of pressure on the puck, caused the turnover, and then Jill finishes that first one, and then the last one that they got again, puck comes up to the point, we block it, knock it out, and then get on it, get a 2-on-1, and that was just great patience by Jill with the puck, and Emily made no mistake on that one.
Tough to defend that neutral zone play St. Lawrence kept playing on the back door.
Yeah, they did a good job in the neutral zone all series. Their Ds and their forwards, they handled the puck really well. They moved the puck really well. And it made it tough for us to get pressure on them. And then offensively, they do a really good job of back pressure. Their forwards really put a lot of pressure on the puck, and we didn't have much time to make plays. And we just had to make sure that we were supporting the puck and moving the puck. And I thought that was the biggest challenge for us today. I thought early on in the game there was a lot of individual work through the middle of the ice, and we kept turning it over and they kept going the other way, and we didn't get anything going. And we just needed to play more as a team and not put it all on our own shoulders. And sometimes that happens when you get behind, and you got these players that just want to put it on their own shoulders and do everything themselves, and they forget sort of the team concept.
Do you think Paula really kept you up again the first 2 periods until you got your offensive legs up?
Yeah, I thought she was real strong again today. Made some really huge saves for us. And, as we said yesterday, you have to have that in the playoffs. If you don't, nobody's going to be successful. And she's just been really on top of her game. She looks really confident in there, really calm, and she's just been doing a great job for us.
Down the stretch, were you worried at all that the game might have been getting a little bit out of hand?
No. I thought, it was sort of like yesterday. It was a typical playoff game. It was physical, and there's a lot on the line, and the players were battling. I thought the referees did a good job of it though today, and I thought it was a typical playoff game for women's hockey. Physical, but I didn't think it was over the top.
Playing a series like this in the quarterfinals, you believe that gives you an advantage, I guess, being battle tested now moving into next weekend?
I think it does help. I think it helps, because we had to play our best to win this series, and they did put us on our heels, and obviously whoever goes into the Final Four is going to be a tough opponent, and I think it is helpful to have that adversity and that challenge here in this series. I'm glad that it didn't go 3 games. I think sometimes when it goes 3 games, it makes it really hard to recover to play in the Final Four. So, you know, we're fortunate to keep it to 2 games.
How will last year's experience of winning the title on the road, will that experience play much into this upcoming series on the road?
For sure, you know. I think when, you know, last year when we went into that, it was the first time that we'd had to play the ECAC championship on the road. We, you know, had 4 years in a row here at Atlanta, which is totally different. And, you know, we've really had a tough time up at that rink in the past. And to go up last year and to do what we did, I think is a big boost for us going into the tournament this year. But it's new teams, it's new challenges. We're new, they're new, you know, so it's helpful that we know that we can do it. We've done it in the past. But it's a new year, and that's new opponents, so we're going to have to be really sharp if we're going to be able to take this tournament. There's going to be 4 really good teams. This is a great league this year.
Just your take on the 3 seniors playing their final game ever in their Cornell career here in Atlanta.
Yeah, what a great way for them to finish up in that 3rd period, you know, to have the period that they just had and to come back and win a game like that at the end of your 4 years here. I think it's pretty special, and I know that, you know, they think there's a lot more to play yet, and they're hoping for that. But, you know, we won't be back here at Atlanta again, so I think they're, you know, pretty pleased that they could finish off, at least here in this rink, the way they did.
Emotional for sure. You know, we started out a little slow. They were certainly out battling us at first, but you know, that 3rd period we just took it to a whole new level and were able to finish our chances, and the rest is history, I guess.
Well, take us through your goal. You block a shot at one, and you come all the way down and score the other.
Yeah. Well, I think yeah, it was a good. I don't know, I did a good job getting out in the shot lane and was able to beat the girl wide and just picked a corner. But I think from that point on, the game just kind of changed, and it was the spark we needed. I'm trying to pump my own tires, but we certainly changed our game from there on, and yeah, it was a good turning point.
Did the sense the change in the crowd too? How much of an impact did that have?
Oh, for sure. Playing in front of line faithful is just it adds a 7th player really. To have that emotion and that energy behind us is just such a boost, and you know, from the bands to the fans, it's you know, it certainly adds a whole new dimension to the game.
At the start of the 3rd, what was the Cornell mindset being down 2-0 at the time?
I know in between periods we talked about how at Colgate we were down 2 and we were able to score 2 in the last 5 minutes, so why can't we do it in 20 minutes? So we just kept our game simple and stuck to the game plan and just kept putting pucks on net, and sooner or later they were bound to go in.
And your take on what was the reaction when Cornell takes the 3-2 lead late?
It was relief, I guess, and anxious. It's, you know, so many emotions. I mean, with 2.5 left, I think was what it was. So much can still happen, and we just had to keep playing simple and keep playing hard and just keep putting the puck deep and you know, playing strong defense. We just had to keep playing our game plan and keep playing aggressive. We couldn't sit back and try and protect the lead. We had to keep going hard.
How good did it feel to come back from the injury after missing Saturday, score a goal last week and score another one today, a big one?
Yeah, awesome. Last week's goal was great. Kind of got the monkey off the back, but this was the goal I think, I know for myself, needed going into playoffs, just that confidence boost. But as a team, I think it just gave us the energy that we needed, so that was the important part.
What from this series will you bring with you into the semis?
I think just that desperation. We played desperate in this, I'd say mid-first period on, we played desperate hockey, and that's what we need going forward if we want to be successful. I think continuing to just be aggressive and putting our bodies on the line to block shots and just playing simple, hard Cornell hockey, we'll be successful going on.
Just your take on the last home game of their careers for Brianna Energy League Solely and Fulton.
I don't think there's any words for that. They've done so much for this program, and they've had unbelievable careers here in Atlanta and everywhere, but to finish with a game like that, I'm sure is just unbelievable for them. And as a team, we did everything we could to make this game memorable for them, and I think we did.
How big is experience going back to where you won the conference championship last year up in Clarkson? How big is that experience going into next week?
I think that it'll definitely be a positive. We know what it takes to win at Cheel and the teams that will be there. I mean, I think that's certainly a positive, and we'll take everything that we know and use that to our advantage.
And just, what was your take on this series overall?
I think it was tight. I mean, they're a great team, and they were smart. They got in behind us a bit, and then, as you saw, they got some nice goals today. But I think, we just came out in the third period with a fire, and I think the crowd saw that, and our bench saw that, and it was a great way to finish.
It seemed like the whole game turned when Zorn beat McDonald there, right?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that all started too. She had a great shot block, and I mean, even that, the bench was electric when she blocked that shot and just took it right down. And I think everyone just got a surge of emotion and excitement, and that helped us carry through the third period.
And from there on out, it was the three of you really worked really well together, and then tacked on another couple to seal the comeback win. What went on? Take us through the final minutes there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got the ball rolling early on there, and I mean, it didn't stop. We kept the fire, like she said, and once we got the first one, the short one came shortly after, and then we were able to keep pounding to them and get that third, and then keep it out of our net. So we ended up we turned the ice, made sure we were playing smart defensively at the end there, and kept it in their end as much as we could, and really proud of the girls for doing that for sure.
How much of a boost is this to pull off a win like that?
I think it's huge. I mean, the way we played in the third period is the way we're going to have to play if we want to win an ECAC championship. And I know I think we're capable of it. It's just a matter of committing to it. And I mean, personally for us three, it was fantastic to go out that way at lineup.
It was appropriate that you were the last three out on the ice. What was going through your heads at that moment?
To be honest, I wasn't even thinking about it being our last game. We were, as much as we love playing here, we did not want to play tomorrow, and we just needed to do what we needed to do to keep the puck out of our end, keep the puck out of our net. And I know for me it didn't hit me until after the game, but it's just another game. So.
Is it tough knowing that it was your last game here?
I think right now we're just so in the zone, and we got to put together a playoff run, so that's kind of where our minds are right now. But yeah, I mean, it's been amazing being able to play here, and I think Fultz and Julia will agree it's the best rink for women's hockey in the country. So we are very lucky to have the opportunity to play here for 4 years, and we are very lucky that our whole team came through and gave us a win.
What's your take? Does it matter who your opponent is, or what's the confidence level heading into the semis?
I mean, no, I don't think so. The teams remaining are all very strong. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, and we're very aware of that. So, it doesn't matter who we're going to face. We have to be ready, and we have to be ready like we were that third period for anyone that comes, Definitely soaking it in today, and, we're really proud of the girls and the way that we did it, but we just proved to ourselves that it is doable. So just making sure that we're doing that next week. Now we have to focus our minds on the final kind of run of the playoffs here, because we've got a couple big games coming up, hopefully. So.